have the 2006 and 2012 Tour champion Simon Gerrans. We have the reigning world champion Philipe Gilbert, and closest to me, Andy Schleck, the 2010 Tour de France champion.
We're obviously still here talking about a very distant past. Does it matter to the current crop of riders that Armstrong has come out and that he's finally confessed? How much of an impact does it have on the peloton at the moment?
I don't think it's important to talk about Armstrong. I think for you newspapers it's nice, but I think we just looking forward to start the season and to finally speak about sport. And yeah, this is part of the story of cycling, of course. But this is the past, and we just want to see something different now.
Yeah, I mean, this when this all started, I was 14, 15 years old. The two guys on my side, they're not a lot older than me, so we came into a different area, and I think it's a bit sad that we have to pay now the price what happened 15 years ago. The matter of fact that Lance confesses now on Oprah, it's probably going to get more in the future. It's not a real surprise. I believe it's not a surprise for any sitting in here because we knew the evidence before. I think it's good for him. Maybe it gets some weight off his shoulders, but I believe the sad thing about it that everybody talks is cycling going to pay the price now, and we said if we have to pay the price, what happened when we were not even professional 15 years ago. He was a good rider, and he made his comeback, and he got beaten the first year by Alberto and me. So in my eyes, I was clean. I know that I always was a clean rider, and I keep on riding clean. So why should he be doped and be behind me? So I believe in his comeback that he was clean, and I believe we're facing today a clean sport. Even now, in the newspapers, there's headline doping, but that's doping who's in the past. So we need to learn from the past, but we cannot just focus on that. We need to focus on the future and hopefully gaining the trust back what say Lance or guys in this area maybe might have lost from the people outside.
So I'm very confident the next group of riders come through have had absolutely no exposure to this and are racing clean. In saying that, I think the fight against doping is an ongoing battle. I don't think the sport will ever be 100% clean. I don't think any professional sport will ever be 100% clean because people cheat. That's human nature. We are racing obviously in a much cleaner sport these days, and I think the sport currently, and I'm talking about the current group of riders that are racing, are doing this properly, doing this clean, and are going about this the right way. But I guess with the whole situation, I was probably largely disappointed. When I first started cycling, I was at an amateur level, at a junior under 23 level. Lance, he was dominating the sport in fairy tale fashion, so he was an idol. So I guess when you learn of your idols cheating in that way, it's largely disappointing more than anything else. I think that's largely up to what you guys write. Like I said, I'm really confident the current group of riders are doing this properly, and I think we're all sick of talking about what went in the past, and we really want to focus on what's going on now, what's happening moving forward in the sport. And like I said, I think it's up to everybody in this room what we do about it from now on. Pete, thank you for a question about the race in this year. There is obviously some pressure coming into this year's race, but being Australian and racing here in Australia, there's always that kind of pressure. Last year particularly, at Green Edge, it was our debut race on the world scene, so there was a lot of pressure. This year I think the pressure is probably a little bit less because we really proved ourselves last year, which we were looking to do. This year obviously I'm motivated, being defending champion, but the Tour Down Under is one of many goals that we have at Oregon Green Edge, so obviously I want to do well, but I think the pressure is probably spread a little bit more evenly across the season this year.
When I did the race last time, it was much easier than now. So I see it like it's maybe a biggest opportunity for me this year, and then got motivated with the jersey, and then we will try to do our best for the next weekend.
Does the change of the course, a few more climbs, finishing climbs, that sort of thing, did that influence your decision to come back?
Yeah, and also like you have not many choices at this time of the year, so you have to go at Qatar, which is completely flat, or Oman or Argentina or here, so that's why I came here. And it was also like 5 years ago I was here the last time, so why not?
What's this corkscrew that everybody's talking about? That there's going to sort of be a heartbreaker, as like, will I get ill?
Oh, well, it's a climb that is famous with everyone that's ridden the bike in Adelaide. Even back when I was a boy, we used to train over it. So I'm sure all the boys have been up the corkscrew and had a look. It gave us an opportunity to introduce a stage whereby we had a climb close to the finish, something we've not been able to do before. They get to the top of the climb and it's 7k to the finish. It's a climb that's going to test riders because it's short and it's quite steep.
So I'm excited, but I'm quite nervous also to start the race because it's been a long time since I raced. I did talk Beijing, but I didn't really do it. I was there. So the last time was Dauphiné before I crashed, and it's going to be special again to be in the peloton again, to do downhills in the peloton, to see how the sprints, you know, when the field goes to the finish. It's going to be. I think I need a few days to get used to that again. I'm not the leader of this race in the team, so I hope to do the best for the team and help them out. And if there's a chance, an opportunity for stage, or if I might feel good and I can follow the 20 best in the climb or the 10 best, I might take. I will take it. I would lie if I say it's completely behind. I mean, I'm still osteopath, and when I'm home, I have treatments, but I can ride pain-free. I touch wood for that, but I have to see. But normally, I'm confident. I also need to forget it in the head because it was so long there, and it's hard to forget something. If I feel something, I straight away like start stretching and doing whatever. But I believe my body is okay now, but I also need to get the confidence back to be a good professional rider, because that's also what I lost last year, and this 6 months being at home and doing nothing. Obviously a big bike culture down here. They say, Andy, we hope you win the Tour, but we prefer Cadel wins. Well, I'm okay with that. If Cadel goes training in Luxembourg, for sure he has supporters there, but they will support me more than him. Only we are 500,000, and how many people in Australia? 20 million. So.
Andy, you talked about you had some young riders on your team that you'll be working for this year. Jens is a super powerhouse. We always see him on the front working for others. He's one of the oldest, if not the oldest, in the pro peloton. Is there a temptation for you guys to give him a shot at being a leader in what might be his farewell appearance in Australia?
But you never know with Jens. I ride with him now 7 years in the same team, and more or less the same races. So Jens, he doesn't need to be on the start and be the leader to win the race. He can be dropped today and he can win with 5 minutes tomorrow. That's how Jens is. He says now it's his last season. Nobody believes it. I believe he goes on for a few more.
I will try to take points with stages or with the GC. So it's only the top 10. So I have to be top 10 at least at the end of the week, and then there is my mission. And if I can win a stage, I will be happy. If I can play for the overall, I will also be happy. But we see it's hard to know where you are compared to the others.
I was in great shape a year ago, and was fortunate enough to be able to win the race. This year I feel like I'm in good shape, but you never know how you're really going until you have a number on your back and you're testing yourself against the rest of the peloton. But one thing for sure, from the racing that the few races that I've done, including the national championships, I can see the team's in good shape, and I think that's a good starting point.
Young riders really excited to have the world champion staying and riding. I mean, you're getting stopped a lot by people in the hotel in the village looking for a chat, bit of advice.
No, not much. Very easy here. I don't think they recognize me when I don't wear the jersey, so I'm fine. And but every day we had like some young guys with us on training, and it was fun. Yeah, they were all very friendly, so it's nice.
Okay, thanks everyone.